Hello and welcome to day 9 of my 12 days of DIY Christmas, where today I'm bringing you 18 signs in about 18 minutes, so this one's gonna go quick. I have one of these little hangers from the Dollar Tree, and I've taken a piece of holographic sticker paper and put it inside of the frame. I didn't peel the backing off of the sticker paper, I just wanted the holographic look. And then I'm taking some vinyl and I'm going to weed it directly on the plastic. I didn't put it on that piece of vinyl because it's going to stretch a lot as you peel it, and so I wanted it on a hard surface, so I put that directly on the glass. And as you see, it is really tiny and very fine lines. This would have been terrible to weed on the backing paper and then try to transfer it and remove it from the transfer paper onto this piece of plastic. So I went ahead and just put the whole entire thing down on here and weeded it all out. And now I've got a little shadow box that came from Michaels. And I'm just cutting another piece of that holographic paper to put in the background of the box. 'Tis the season to sparkle. And I'm going to fill it with some jingle bells and some little vase filler from the Dollar Tree. And how do you call a cat? Soon as she heard the bells, she had to be my assistant and make sure I was doing the job right. And now I'm taking a couple of frames from the Dollar Tree and removed everything out of them and painted one pink and one lavender. And now I'm just taking some paint that is already mixed with a multicolored glitter and just giving it a coat all the way around each of them. I got this Candyland game at the Dollar Tree and then cut it in half and cut each size down to fit in each frame. And then I'm just breaking apart all of the pieces that come in there and setting it around each of the frames to decide how I want it to look. And then once I figure out the placement of everything, I just go through with hot glue and glue all the cards down to the frames. And then just to give it something a little bit extra, I go through with these tiny little pieces of air clay that I had made. And just attach them in various spots around the board. And a few little pieces of holly to kind of give it a little bit of a Christmas feel. These would make great decorations for kids' birthday parties. I think they make a great addition to my sweet treats Christmas area. Okay, these next 3 couldn't be simpler. I just printed these designs out onto some sticker paper. I got the designs from designbundles.net on their Dollar Day sale. And just put each one of them onto a cleaned charger. And they just make the cutest little decorations, so simple. Just gives a little pop of something. And this particular one is one of the extra burner covers I had left over from the other projects. And Cricut only allows you to cut so large, so I cut it as large as it would allow me to and then match the ink color as close as I could to the burner so that that little decoration around the edge would just be a decoration around the edge. And here I just wanted to show you how much nicer some of the decor can look that you get from the big box stores. They always leave it unfinished and have this brown ugliness that shows. I go around and paint it all white, including my frames and other decor that I've gotten from there, and it just makes everything look so much nicer. This particular one, I did lose the footage of me applying it onto the other piece, but you do see it at the end, what it looks like. But I'm just taking some blue vinyl, weeding out a cute little saying, and then I'm going to attach it onto some pink holographic vinyl. And it just says, "Save water, drink cocoa," and it's going to be sitting next to my cocoa bar, which will be in tomorrow's project. So I just took a piece of that holographic vinyl and attached it to the backing board of the frame. And then when you're putting your vinyl down onto the transfer paper, if you put it down upside down like I did, it makes everything a lot more stable, because your vinyl will attach to anything instantly sometimes when you don't want it to, and the transfer paper tends to roll. Creation printed out onto some sticker paper says, "Bye buddy, hope you find your dad." I'm sure we all know where that's from. And if you haven't seen Elf, where have you been? Here we have a couple more movie quotes that I won't be able to read on YouTube, but I will have some still photos at the end of the video that you can pause and go ahead and read, which will be much easier to read it not being in a video anyway with the holographic paper. I have these little metal signs that I got a long time ago and took the paper off as much as I could, sanded it down so it had a smooth backing, and then just applied them on because they were also printed on sticker paper. And then more chunky yarn to just finish it off. This one was a challenge. So much fun, so beautiful, loved the end result, but definitely a challenge. I don't think it would have been as challenging had I had a better iron, but you'll see what I'm talking about here in a moment. I have taken some heat press vinyl and we're going to apply it to one of those burner covers. So I'm going to apply it the same way that I would if I was heat pressing onto a t-shirt. We're just going to be heating that glue up so that it attaches onto the burner cover. But look at how cool this is. So now I set the tray on a Teflon heat pad, and then I put a piece of Teflon over top of the heat transfer vinyl, and then take that little tiny mini iron and work it around this in very small sections. And one thing I learned while doing this is that it wanted to really stay stuck to the transfer tape there, but it actually was willing to release onto the burner. So I really had to just kind of work it off the same way you would do regular vinyl if it wasn't wanting to detach from the transfer paper. And I had to be really careful that it didn't set back down onto it because it would try to pull it back up. So once I got the vinyl transfer paper off of it, I went back over it with just the Teflon sheet and pressed it all down really good so it is stuck on there. For our next project, I have one of these little chalkboard signs that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree, and I started painting it blue. I actually ran out of my pretty blue chalk paint, so I've had to make up some other paint color myself, and that one was a little bit too bright, so I just added a lot of white to it and toned it down a bit. And I'm painting the back just because I don't really know at this moment when I'm doing this where it was going to be displayed, and I just didn't want it to be ugly if the back was showing anywhere. And while the paint was wet, I went ahead and added some of the iridescent snow, which I end up adding white to it because I don't like it. I thought it was going to dry a lot darker, and I should have remembered it's pretty much see-through. And then go around with a coat of the Mod Podge and glitter around the whole thing. And here I have a picture of Cousin Eddie in his bathrobe, and I printed it on cardstock with some other things I was printing. So I'm running it through my sticker maker, slicing it off the back there, and then just give it a quick rub down to make sure that all the sticky is stuck where I want it. Who do you see that save? Now we're going to just put them down there in the corner. And here comes the vinyl, and I'm sure you probably knew exactly where this was going as soon as you seen Cousin Eddie. It was full. Then I take one of those cute little RV ornaments from the Dollar Tree that come in a 2-pack. And then I just take the little hanger off of it and attach a little shoelace bow made out of red and white ribbon on the top. And then hot glue them onto the sign. And then I go around with some white paint over top of that fake snow along the bottom, and I also do it along the top, and then add in more of the fake snow so it looks more like snow instead of a disco. And since we're here with Cousin Eddie, I decided to make some moose mugs. I got this 5-pack of what is called water drinking cups from the Dollar Tree. And they have the little feet on them, which I thought was perfect. They resemble so much of the little moose cups in the movie. And I just found some moose antlers on my Cricut software and was able to cut them out onto some bronze glitter cardstock. And then I cut out some silver glitter vinyl that says, "Can I refill your eggnog?" This sign came from the Dollar Tree. It had one of those metal emblems on the front of it. And I really liked the sign, but I wanted it to be a little bit more pink. So I just add up a heavy coat of the pink glittery mixture onto the top of it, and then go around the edges and paint them white because, again, they're raw. And this is one of those oversized personalized ornaments, so you're not going to be able to see our names on there. But I wanted to attach it to this sign because they are just too hard to hang in the trees. They're so heavy, and it's already broken a couple times, so I wanted to try to make it more of a keepsake. And here, another example of a large ornament being hard to hang on a tree. So I take some ribbon and wrap it around this funky little sign that I had, and took a equally funky ribbon and just wanted to be wild with it. And then I strung the ornament through the center of the ribbon and attached it across like a bow on the front of the sign. And that's that. And here I have a little canvas that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just painting it white to get rid of all the different colors that might show through the glitter I'm going to put on here. And this glitter wasn't necessary, it just happened to be the only Mod Podge I had ready to go, so I went ahead and used it so that I could throw on this glitter. And then after I get a good pile in the center of that cardboard, I just go around and tap the sides right into it. It makes it a lot easier than trying to pour it onto the sides. And then I have this sticker with the Grinch and his daily schedule from the movie, and attach it onto the center and give it everything a heavy coat of Mod Podge with just the silver glitter in it, just to give a little shine, and make sure that that doesn't unpeel itself from the glitter. And here I have a very large sign. I don't remember the measurements of it, but it's roughly 18 by 24. And I thought it was really cute, and I love the metal pieces that were on it, but it does not go with this aesthetic. If you've been following for the past few days, you know that did not belong in this house. So I'm going to do my thing to it. After I go through with the first coat of white paint, I go ahead and put really heavy pink paint into all the slats, and then go back over with white paint until all of the previous sign is no longer showing. Now I've cut out some words and letters with my Cricut out of glittered cardstock, and I want to attach them to this sign, but I don't want to go through and glue it all. So again, I use the sticker maker. That thing is such a lifesaver. I found this cute banner at the Dollar Tree that says Sparkle in the birthday party section and thought I could do something with it to go along with the sparkly Christmas that I want. And here at Create Your Own Sparkle, we must create a sparkle sign. So I've cut out the words Be Merry and then we're attaching it here with the sparkle. I had taken the original white string that the banner was hanging on and removed it and replaced it with the red and white peppermint string instead. Don't know if it made that big of a difference, but I like the little pop of red that shows in there instead of just a boring white string. Once I figured out my placement of everything, I just went through with some hot glue and secured it all into place. And then the sticker letters, all I had to do was just press them down real good, and it is permanent adhesive. They're not gonna go anywhere. And then I just took the ends of the string and kind of put a little bit of a whimsical look to them. And then I also put some extra glue at the tops of all those tabs where the string runs through, just so nothing pulls and pops off of there. Took a little bundle of some boxwood and this one little random red piece that I had laying around in my stash, and it wrapped some of the peppermint baker's twine around the top of it. And then I just go ahead and attach it in the corner. And then I take some of the little red glitter balls, the vase filler from the Dollar Tree, and attach a few random pieces in that little bow of mistletoe, I guess we'll call it. And here we have the final products of all of those creations that we just did. Our 'Tis the Season to Sparkle shadow box and the cute little wall hanging that says Sparkle All the Way. And then our North Pole milk and cookies on the pink. Candy Cane Lane. And our cute little Candyland picture frames. They really do add a little touch of sweetness to the candy theme. Oh, I just love how this one turned out. I wish you guys could see the colors in person. They're so cool looking. And we've got Bye Buddy, hope you find your dad. And Mr. Grinch's schedule. And our other Grinch piece. And then I have this other sign next to it. I had printed out on my printer and then just threw it in this frame, added a bow. These are just some images I found online. Stella had to make her debut again. And this is another sign that I had made earlier on. What if Christmas didn't come from a store? What if perhaps Christmas means a little bit more? And here we have Cousin Eddie hanging out with the RV. And just happens to be that on top of my refrigerator, I have a Christmas house that I had built out of paper a few years ago and a little mini tree. And I thought it went perfect that he's there out in front of the house and the tree and having his good old time. And feel free to pause here so you can read the infamous quotes from Christmas Vacation. And I love that I figured out such a fun way to display our family's personalized ornament. We are very sarcastic around here. And here we have the final results of our moose mugs. Oh my gosh, they are just so stinking cute. And I love that they can still stack, so it'll make it real easy to store every year. I don't know if these will actually get drink out of, but they could. They're super lightweight. And here's the finished sign that we missed out on in the video. And the final result of our Be Merry and Sparkle sign. I love how it still has the slat board look, but it's in my style. I hope you guys had as much fun watching this video as I did creating it, and I can't wait for you to return for day 10 of my 12 days of DIY Christmas.